Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of RE/MAX Associated Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com. Cindy Grossman. New York City born and raised, luxury retail management was her game. Saks Fifth Avenue and Nordstrom were her jewelry playgrounds. Had enough at 38, fled to Miami, where Neiman Marcus Bal Harbour found her. Recruited to Mont Blanc, where her regional position challenged her. Met her husband 4 years ago, and Brevard County she did go. COVID hit, she needed a new career fit. Age-defying beauty with Mary Kay, she did say. And now, here's Cindy Grossman.
Hello, 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 and welcome to Mesmerize the Mirror at Any Age. Tonight, we're going to be talking about New Year's and New Year's resolutions. I know it's a sore subject for many of us. We say, yes, it's the end of December, gung-ho, we're going to give it all we've got this year, and then the second or third week of January comes in and we're all like, what were we thinking? We tried, but we did not keep our resolutions. So we're going to be talking about that tonight, and we're going to be talking about it with Mitch is back.
Thank you very much. And I have to say, the disco, is this the disco look?
Yes, my New Year's Eve.
What is this?
My New Year's Eve, shiny. Yeah, I've got it on. And Jesse, we're going to throw a couple of questions his way to see what his resolutions may be for this year and maybe in the past and how that all worked out. That's for sure.
That sounds very interesting.
It's amazing how many people do make resolutions. It's a known fact, 96 million people, which is 40% of the U.S. population, do make resolutions. So, I mean, we all make them, but how many of us actually keep them?
That's the question. Yes. How many of us keep them?
Yes, and it's very interesting because, like many know, we do some research for our show, and the research goes back 4,000 years to the Babylonian times.
People were saying they want to lose weight 4,000 years ago?
Well, it wasn't exactly like that. It was where they would make promises to their gods that they would do, wonderful things and keep to it. And if they didn't, the gods would not, award them special things in their lives. And, so that was kind of a resolution for them. And also, fast forward quite a bit, 46 BC, none other than Julius Caesar actually started where New Year's was in January. The Babylonians, believe it or not, decided New Year's would be mid-March because it was the harvesting time, but Julius brought it back to January because of the god Janus.
Who?
Tell me, I know you know.
I do. He looked both forward and back. So he looked to the present and the past.
Right, which allows us, of course, during New Year's to say goodbye to an old year and look forward to...
I'm sorry. I'm not a good singer.
Aw, you try, though. That was a good song. That's a good trivia question about that song. Anyway, moving on. So Julius Caesar started January for the god Janus, and that's how that started. Coming from New York, always a big thing for us in New York was, of course, Times Square and the magical ball, kind of like my shirt. But that started, believe it or not, in 1904. But I guess for some reason there was fireworks involved, and in 1907 they did not allow fireworks. And believe it or not, they did it with this huge wooden ball. And that's how the ball started.
Is that how they got the ball rolling?
Yeah, that's for sure. In Times Square.
Have you ever been there when they dropped the ball?
Believe it or not, I lived in New York. I was born, raised in New York, spent 38 years of my life in New York. I never once went.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
always, I hate to say it, and those of the listeners who have been there, sorry, but we usually said the crazies were out that night. So we didn't go. We really didn't go. But, we'd watch it from, TV or I know a lot of friends would go into the city, and it was just never my thing. I never went.
It was
No.
kind of crazy.
It was crazy. I mean, you see it on TV. It's wild, really wild.
It looks like a zoo, yeah. I always said I wanted to go when I was a kid, and now I'm an adult, and I don't think I want any part
No,
of it.
it's just the whole thing is overwhelming. And of course, you know, last year I think they try to control it a little better because of the pandemic. And I'm curious because things are not good in New York City again, how they're going to control it again. So quite interesting.
Cindy, tell us some of the resolutions or some of the ideas that people, come up with. We all have our own, but what are some of the ideas and aspirations that people have for New Year after New Year's?
Well, I'm sure these are all going to sound familiar, but believe it or not, 45% of Americans in 2021 wanted to improve their diets, which is a huge one. Diet is huge. Exercise, losing weight, that's a big thing. But one thing I think going through this pandemic for the last almost 2 years now, you want to practice mindfulness and reduce stress and anxiety. That's a big one because there's so much of that. But while that was going on, you're not going to believe this. 70% were drinking more alcohol to reduce their stress and anxiety. So together, that might not have been a good combination, but unfortunately, that's the world we were living in, and that's kind of what people were going through. So while you're reducing your stress, you tend not to want to drink, but that became a situation. Of course, exercise regularly is a big one. And of course, there's all benefits to exercise. Yes, you burn calories. Yes, it's great for your cardiovascular. But I think one thing people forget about exercise, it makes you feel good. The endorphins make you feel happier and just bring out a different part of you to make you feel good about yourself and things like that. So that's a big one. Of course, gym memberships are up like crazy in January. Everybody's in that gym the first week or two, and then you slowly see the numbers go down.
You never see those people again.
No, that's very sad too, because I think instead of aggressively going into a schedule like that or a workout situation like that, you really should take your time and really think about it. I know that's what I've done through the years. And, I feel like every year I just get into a different mode, so to say, with my exercise routine and feeling good and health-wise and things like that. Of course, weight loss is huge, and, that's important. And one thing with exercise, it helps you live longer. It's a proven fact. The statistics are there for sure. And I think another thing people would like to do is get better sleep. I think that's important for people. You always hear people want to save more money. That's a resolution for people. And it's funny, we were just talking about alcohol. One resolution is cut back on alcohol. There is even an event that goes on in January. It's called Dry January. And you can imagine what that is. All drinking alcohol ends for January. So people have to dry out in January.
Jesse, can you imagine it takes some people a whole month to dry out?
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Isn't that crazy?
I never heard of such a thing.
Dry January. So everybody, you're taking too many drinks, dry January. Okay. Another thing which I can understand, decluttering. You want to kind of declutter your home, your office. Really, I think that puts you at a better mindset. I know I was helped recently by a good friend to do some decluttering of closets, and that was very helpful. So thank you.
What was in the closet?
A few things here and there. Another good thing for your mind, body, and soul is you go for a walk or a run. It's always good to do that, you know. Again, it burns the calories. It improves muscle strength. It's really something good to do. And before we take our break, I just want to say another good thing is to start your day with a smoothie rather than coffee. I am not a coffee drinker, and I do make a smoothie for my husband every morning. So with that being said, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with those resolutions.
Why hire Cantwell and Goldman? At Cantwell and Goldman, PA, we take pride in what we do. That pride translates into better client service and better client results. At Cantwell and Goldman, PA, we provide high-quality legal solutions for individuals and businesses in Indian River and Brevard counties and throughout the state of Florida. Our experienced attorneys can help you with a range of legal issues, from defending a criminal charge, assistance with a commercial or residential closing, business transaction, or estate planning and probate matters. We are a full-service law firm specializing in estate planning, including trust and estates, as well as commercial and residential real estate and corporate matters throughout the state of Florida. Cantwell and Goldman, PA.
This is iHeartMedia's Treasure Coast Connection.
The Treasure Coast Connection is brought to you by New Vision Eye Center.
Hi, my name is Jessica Schmidt, Executive Director of Literacy Services of Indian River County, where our vision is that all adults are empowered with the literacy skills they need to thrive in our community. This year marks our 50th anniversary of serving local adults with comprehensive and innovative English language and literacy learning opportunities to achieve goals like getting a driver's license, obtaining a better job, achieving the GED, and becoming a United States citizen. Volunteer today and change a life. Become a tutor and meet weekly with a student for 60 to 90 minutes a session. No experience is needed. We provide all training materials and support. Or visit our website at www.literacyservicesirc.org.
Call New Vision Eye Center for a consultation or second opinion. Your eyesight deserves world-class eye care. Visit newvisioneyecenter.com or call 772-257-8700.
At Sunshine Furniture, we have the largest selection of in-stock coastal indoor furniture on the Treasure Coast, including a gallery of Tommy Bahama and Lexington. Sofas, sleeper sofas, chairs, living and dining sets, including slipcover styles from Four Seasons and Capri, all ready for immediate delivery. We're the outdoor furniture experts and sell manufacturers built to weather the Florida elements like Lloyd Flanders, Brown Jordan, Pollywood, Windward, and Telescope. We also specialize in replacement cushions, umbrellas, and fire pits. All pictures, lamps, and accessories are half off, and don't forget to visit our outlet and clearance store right across the street for hundreds of great buys. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in Vero Beach. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture brightens up your day. Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Ooh, have a sunshine day. Sunshine Furniture.
Need an enlightening pick-me-up? Visit Kristen and Cindy at Skinnergy, 599 Sherwood Avenue, Unit 110 in Satellite Beach, to energize your skin and keep it looking fabulous forever. Kristen can help with hair removal sugaring to keep your whole body smooth and conditioned. Kristen will help you refresh and defend your skin while giving you a customized facial. Cindy helps Skinnergize and get you camera ready for your everyday look or occasions event. Visit Kristen and Cindy at Skinnergy at 599 Sherwood Avenue, Unit 110 in Satellite Beach.
And we're back talking about your New Year's resolutions. And we were just finishing up by saying a walk or a run is good, and to start your day off with a smoothie instead of coffee, different things like that. Mitch, you had mentioned you wanted to discuss something about resolutions.
Well, I did. I wanted to try to talk about some practical suggestions about how you may reach and actually accomplish some of your resolutions. So I want to start with an expression and see if you or Jesse has ever heard of this expression. The question is, how do you eat an elephant?
Oh.
Do you know how you eat an elephant?
I wouldn't even dream of it, so I don't know. Oh, Jesse says he knows.
I've heard this one. Yeah, this is big with my brother-in-law.
What does it mean?
You eat an elephant one bite at a time.
Exactly. So what that means is that the way you accomplish your goals which is what resolutions are, is you have to break them up into bite-sized steps.
Okay.
For example, I'll give you a great example. I read a book recently, since I read,
Yes.
about the British bicycle racing team. You say, well, who cares? But they were the worst racing team in Europe.
Okay.
And then they got a new coach, and the coach broke down each step of the bicycle racing between sleep that the racers got, between clothes that they wore, between the food that they ate, the way the bikes were packed, the way the handlebars were placed on the bike, everything was broken down. And eventually, over a fairly short period of time, the British team became the best team, not only in Europe, but one of the best teams in the world.
Wow.
Where they had no success. So the point is, if you're going to make a resolution and actually want to keep it, you have to break it down. For example, Jesse says he wants to lose, he doesn't need to lose that much weight.
No.
Say
he wants to lose anyway.
Nah, not really. Say, I have to lose weight. So at one time, I weighed 300 pounds.
Wow.
And my goal at the time was to lose 2 pounds a week. If I said, well, I'm 300 pounds and I want to get to 200 pounds, without defining or setting steps along the way, it became meaningless. So if you have a goal, break it down into little bite-sized pieces, like you're eating the elephant. Not that I advocate that, but it's just an expression. Break it down into small pieces. So weight loss is one. If you want to have more money, figure out what you can afford and set aside that money every week or every month. If you can afford $100 a month, then set it up where the money automatically goes out of your account so you don't spend it. You don't have to write a check. Auto debit every month to a bank account or a mutual fund. And that way the money will go and you'll be that small step closer to your goal. For example, you've told us in the past, you told Jesse and I that your goal maybe wasn't a New Year's goal, but was to do a half marathon.
Right.
Now, when you ran the half marathon, when you trained for it, did you run 13 miles right at the start?
No, it was step by step, and we discussed that exercise goals, and if that's a resolution that you have for the New Year's, that's also very important. Before you give up, like you say, step by step, bite by bite, just take it easy and see what you like and what you enjoy. I mean, honestly, I never thought I would run. I didn't like to run. And then it just became, part of my routine. And no, 13.1 miles was not my first time out. It was a mile. Then it wasn't even a mile. It was maybe a quarter of a mile. Then it was a half. Then it was a mile. Then it was 2. Then it was 3. And it just was a buildup. So yeah, that is really great advice. Absolutely.
It just became step by step. It became a habit that became a routine that became something that you stick with. And I read that the magic number is 66. So if you do something for 66 days, then the chances are you're going to stick with it, and you're going to feel guilty in a sense if you don't do it.
I believe that about the guilt, because if a day goes by and I don't work out some type of workout, I do feel guilty. That's very true. So I think you might have something there. I think that could be right. Yes.
But it's a good guilt. You're not doing anything wrong.
No.
It's a positive trait that you have.
Right. Absolutely. For sure.
So let me ask Jesse. Jesse, what are your resolutions for the upcoming new year? You just got married, so you must have a lot of resolutions that you want to share with us.
I did just get married. I like to think that, she married me for me. So,
of course.
But I'm just kidding. Well, I'm not really, but, I'm not a big on resolutions, but I think this year I am going to make a resolution. And I think I am going to start jogging. And, you guys have been inspiring me talking about your half marathons. Now,
Thank you.
Like you said, one bite at a time. I'm not going to go out and run 13 miles right away. No. But I think just getting out there and just starting to jog and jogging around the neighborhood, jogging, to the corner and back. And I think I'm going to get into that a little bit more. I used to do that, over a decade ago. And I'm going to start jogging again.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, glad to inspire because believe me, if we can do it.
I know. That's for sure. But like I said, I never thought I could do half the exercises that I do. We work out with an incredible trainer, and yeah, there's no way. I mean, Navy SEALs. How is this woman doing Navy SEALs? But you know what? I get it done, and lunges, and I feel it the next day. But again, it's step by step with everything. It really does.
Whatever your resolution is, whether it's physical, financial, you just have to. You have a goal, but to reach the goal, it just doesn't happen, and there are setbacks along the way.
Right.
It doesn't just. It's not all linear.
Right.
There are ups and downs, but keep working at it, and reach for those goals.
Absolutely.
So, you have a quick resolution for us?
I don't know. I'm just hoping. For a better year. 2022 should be a better year for everyone. And, do something new, do something great for yourself. I know maybe volunteer if you have time on your hands, give back, gratitude to yourself even. Just all good things, really. Nothing specific, but I'm hoping, like I said, 2022, better year. How about you, Mitch?
Well, I just want to try to be a little more organized, maybe at work and at home, and maybe a little more patient. Sometimes I'm not the most patient of persons, but I try, so I have to keep trying harder.
Right.
And, enjoy the time, enjoy our life.
Absolutely. Well, there are things, better sleep. You can make that a resolution, and make sure you get a real good quality sleep. This way it makes you feel better when you wake up and you have your routine, of course. But I think overall, those are good resolutions. And
we'll
Jesse's, that's great. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I want to hear how that goes. And it's not about quitting. Don't quit. Step by step, and like you say, bite by bite. But don't, January 6th say, what did I do? This resolution, I can't do it, and just quit. Maybe, take a day and, recharge yourself, and then come back up strong again. But don't quit, please. We don't want quitters. We want people to succeed and be successful in everything they put their heart to. And I think with that, we should wish everybody a happy new year.
Happy New Year, Jesse.
And
happy
wonderful.
Thank you for everything you do for us.
Yes, thank you so much. And remember, ladies, New Year's Eve, mesmerize the mirror at any age.